My name is AJ Camacho, and this is AJB. As a member of the falcon species, he has two objects that are visible to the naked eye that easily distinguish him as a falcon. One, if he'll let me, if he keeps his eyes on, he has a black mark running below his eyes, known as the mylar mark. It uses the same purpose as the black rub that football players place under their eyes before a game. It reflects the sun away from their eyes so that it makes it easier for them to see during a hunt. And the second is, you can't see it from here, but he has a little cone inside of his nose, which allows him, which directs the oxygen into his respiratory system when he's in a dive and reduces pressure. In North America mostly, but as well as other parts of the world, they use a technique called banding, where they capture temporarily birds of prey while they're on their migratory path, quickly place bands on them so that when other bird researchers from other parts of the world or other places see the bands, they will know how far they have traveled. Thanks to banding, we now know that American Kestrels can fly up to 600 miles nonstop, ospreys up to 400, and peregrine falcons up to 1,000. They are also, another thing that's unique about the American Kestrel is they are sexually dimorphic, which is very uncommon with other birds of prey. Meaning that if you see along the edge of the wing, see how it's blue-gray? And on the top of the head too, how it's got a blue-gray color? If he were a female, then that blue-gray would all be kind of rustic red. And they do not hibernate. So in the winter, when there's a lot of snow, food gets a bit harder to find. So they can see something that we can't. If we were to look at a bush with a mouse hiding in it, we wouldn't be able to see the mouse, and neither would he. But he would be able to see the urine of the mouse through ultraviolet light, allowing him to know where to catch his food. Am I missing anything?
Stuff on the toenail too?
I like the toenail too. If you look at his beak, once again, it's hard to see it from there, but he has a second point on his beak, the toenail tooth, which allows him and it's common with all falcons, to sever the spinal cord of their prey after they have dove and knocked it unconscious or paralyzed it. And I believe that is all. Oh, actually there is one last thing. If I can get him to focus on something, notice how while I'm moving his body, his head is staying in the same spot. His head is staying in the same spot. So they do that because they are masters at hovering. While they're hovering over above the ground, if they couldn't keep their head and eyes in the same spot, they would be blowing all over the place, and it would be hard to see movement of a mouse or a rat or something running across the ground. If he can keep his head still and eyes locked on the target, he will be able to notice movement more easily. Can you come and tell him how to stand around the front? Come here.
Come here, you can see the owl here.
Yeah.
You're going to put it in your new home. The first time you're going to do it in your home.